Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Stardrive 2 with me, Get Daved. In the last episode, radars are coming for me. So let's take a look at the shipyard. So at the very beginning, at the very beginning you can design the lowest 3 levels of ships. So corvettes, frigates, and cruisers. Can't have these guys until later on. If at all. So you get 11 free corvettes, and they by default cost you 1 command point. You have a limit of command points equal to basically every starbase gets you 2, and you start with 5 freebies. So we right now have 7, and we could get 9 pretty easily. So we could have 20 corvettes actually. These guys cost 2 command points, and these guys cost 3. You can reduce those by putting command modules on there. So you make basically a less efficient ship because prime real estate is getting used up, but this gets you 2 command points, and this gets you 1. They do not stack. So you can't have like a command cruiser just sitting at your homeworld with 10 bridges on it. So we can reduce the cost of a cruiser to 1 command point, and the cost of this to 1 command point, or I guess you could put a bridge on it, but yeah. Anyway, corvettes can't really have very impressive firepower on them. We'll deal with that in a minute. So we can have a bunch of just little pellet guns, basically. No real firepower from that. We would do 10 damage, and they would have virtually no range. Can we do better with mini rockets? 100 damage and lots of range. Yeah, we're going with rockets, everybody. Spinal mounted rockets are too big even for this ship. So, to fire rockets, you need ammunition, which is called ordnance in this, because it's ordnance. We have to put that somewhere. It also requires electricity, so we need a power system. So that's where nuclear power is going to come in. It also needs a propulsion system. Propulsion can only go on the back. So this thing only has forward-mounted weapons, so we're going to have it be reasonably maneuverable, I guess. These things basically tell you if you've got the important details taken care of. I don't want to put a cockpit on this thing because, well, I just don't think there's enough going on to justify it. I will put on... Maybe we can put some little pew-pews. Because we've got a surplus of firepower, and we can probably move some of the ordnance storage to the core. Put our nuclear reactors on there. Okay, it doesn't like our ammo situation because our lasers are draining, well actually it should, but they're draining 2 pew-pews per second, and our power generation is 6. So we actually should be able to fire them infinitely, but we might need a capacitor, which stores energy. Now we're good, but that got rid of a critical reactor. We can shoot for 10 minutes all of our rockets constantly, so I think I can get rid of one of our ordnance. So there we go. We've got ourselves our basic attack ship. It's not very formidable, so we're just going to call this thing the Cricket. But it's cheap. I also think I'm going to have to go with one bigger than that. We can get some large engines on this thing. Generally speaking, you get slightly better power output or efficiency with the bigger stuff. So usually you want to build as big as you can in the module that's there. I'll put a cockpit on here. That could give us challenges later, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So we actually have room for some real weapons now. We could have just a full-on dual laser turret, which has some decent things going for it. And by investing in it, we can make it more effective. So I'm actually going to go for that. Going for everything. This is like as expensive as our previous ship. Just one heavy-duty dual laser cannon. And put some spinal laser cannons on it too. Ooh. Make our laser pew-pews shoot faster. Works for me. Okay. So this thing has a ton of firepower and can't provide enough energy to it. We get 10 from each one of these nuclear reactors, so we might be able to just get there. And we're going to need a capacitor because we can't fire them all at once because there's not enough energy stockaded, basically. Seconds to empty 1. May have pushed it a bit too far with all of these guys. I don't want to get rid of the command module, though. Generally speaking, I don't like having reactors on the outside, but they'll all explode together. This thing's totally a glass cannon. We really should be putting steel armor on it. We'll put one tick out. Change our configuration a bit. Sometimes it takes a little tweaking to get everything you want, but I kind of want this guy with a whole bunch of impressive laser weaponry. Our cockpit surrounded by nuclear reactors. It's a very safe place. This is the cost of us firing all of our weapons together, but that absolutely could happen with this ship. It's quite likely to happen, actually. Yeah, still not quite there. If we reduce the power demand of our weapons, we can get to infinite firing rate, which is important. I also really like rockets, but we'll deal with that later. This would give us some range. They've got pretty impressive damage. Alright, tell you what, we're just going to switch these to rockets instead. Okay. We're going to need to carry ordnance instead, because that's basically a different type of power. That should be okay, though. And, okay, yeah, we still need a capacitor to fire our other weapon. It's alright, we're finding the balance. Finding the balance. Seconds to empty, 7. Once you have more advanced reactors, it's much simpler to take care of this stuff. I might be too greedy with our dual turret laser cannons on such a tiny ship, but I want to make it happen. Infinite. 105. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more ordnance on this. Nope. This entire ship is powering that gun turret. But seriously, it might be able to wreck crap if it gets nice and close. I have no idea if this ship's going to be effective in combat. It's definitely on the fragile side, but it'll be an interesting experiment, which is what I'm all about. I don't have to serve on this ship. And yeah, call it the glass cannon. So we'll build a couple of those someday as well. So, now that we have some designs, that was probably a slower ship design process than it normally goes, but we've got the Cricket and the glass cannon on our build list now. I think we do, well... I do think we need to prioritize it. If some bad guys come to attack me, we'll have a starbase, by which I mean a single starbase and nothing else. So that's a potential problem. Alright, and scouting complete. A useless system. And hopefully our ship doesn't run out of fuel in deep space. They just come straight back to your space at greatly reduced speed if that happens. Got a couple crickets. The first 11 are free. Oh, only 7 on this difficulty. That's okay. Oh, you want my research lab. What do you have for me? I suppose I can't get them anything more than that. Research lab for Imperial University is like a really great trade. I want to make it happen. I just don't... We're already at the limit of our... Maybe if I just counteroffer the foreign exchange. Maybe they'll be happy enough with that. We need more tolerance before we can give them the bad deal. But I would love to get that. Alright, and he just avoided running out of fuel. Ground troops required. Okay. I just realized the fusion carbine would not be particularly effective against people with good armor. I'm okay with that. Okay, we'll send all the ground troops in. And get this guy back to Earth where he can refuel, and then we'll send him out to go scouting again. I believe there's a way to refuel it with a freighter as well, but... These are all level 1 ships, so they won't be particularly good. Whoops. Not you. But we're gonna need them. I believe the crickets would be effective in numbers. So we'll go for that. Hello! I actually took a little break, although it's going to be cut into the last episode, so that won't make much sense, but that's okay. We're about to raid an enemy installation. Well, I guess we don't know what we'll find there. It could be friendly. You never know. Also, just to clarify, in the comment section, or in the first episode, and I shouldn't have made a joke like this in the first one, but some people were freaking out that I did not know the difference between the Iberian Peninsula and Mexico. Yeah, I sometimes just say silly things. I know Mexico is right there, so... Sorry. Alright, we've got some Marines. Originally I recorded like the first minute of this, but then I had to stop, and then yada yada yada, in we go. I think on the most mobile group I can assemble, which yeah, I won't worry about these fancy fusion guns. I did some thinking about them. We need to just say it flat out. The laser rifle's not bad. Okay. Oh my ears. We've made it into a facility. It looks to be some sort of research facility. That's why we called it a facility. There's a terminal here. I'm going to access the terminal that is here. Can we speed this up somehow? Yeah, so I played the first minute or so. And actually about a week's passed for me. I was really excited to start this LP, so I was still doing Homeworld when I started recording it. Okay. Go north. Then south. Alright! Comma. Our mission. Colon. Semicolon. I think we can all agree it should be a semicolon. Alright. Smoke effect. So there's the terminal that I guess we want to shoot. Getting a little bit of chop on my end, but whoa. And some geometry clipping. It's okay. It's still early in this game's release. These sorts of things will get hammered out. Also not 100% sure how I feel about having something so tactical in a strategy game, but I don't want to be such a purist that I can't enjoy something like this. Are you using the laser pistol? Yeah, okay. But he's too close for it. I'll just spread it out that way. These guys have armor, which makes shooting them with like anything else a little impractical. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can get. Triple fours? Yeah, sure. I don't think it equated to an extra kill, but whatever. No, I'm not doing anything. Is that a healer? It's less armored. I'm not doing any fancy tactics or anything. Any of your fancy watching where we go, dodging bullets, setting up shields. The guy's only doing a couple damage points, so there we go. Now we can march everybody in. The guy's carrying the shields in the back. Thanks for that auto-deployment game. So I guess we're going north first. So we can lower the containment field. I'm sure that'll be a good idea. I can't think of anything bad that would happen. I mean, the things that are being contained, which are hostile, would be out. But that's the name of the game. Okay, I don't want to go too much further. I don't really want to have the shield guys up at the front. Also, I might as well try using this med kit now, because this mission looks like it could go on for quite a while, so... Okay. Let everybody get up to their maximum is 9, I think. 9! Okay, these guys 8 because I cut into their speed stat. I'm not sure if you guys can pick this up, but there's an ice cream truck driving down the street where I live, pumping out the green sleeves. Dun, 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 dun. Loop it? Yeah. Sorry, I wish the mic were picking these up. This is thoroughly distracting. This is playing like a somber folk tune. Also, I think driving an ice cream truck... Well, we're on the subject of Stardrive 2. Driving an ice cream truck has got to be one of the worst things for a mentally unstable person to do, because listening to the same song on loop all day, it can't be good. So, if you're on the edge right now, whatever you do, stay away from ice cream trucks. And I don't mean that lightly. I genuinely think this is a bad idea. We're just doing this so he fires the laser rifle instead. I'm kind of not liking having two different weapons. Unload! Bottleneck the place right up! You can fire through your own guys. Enemies do get hit though. Too close. Alright, I wonder if that thing can shoot. Or can he melee? Alright, let's go. I don't really know if I need to advance with the other guys. I mean, hopefully this doesn't, like, spawn away with enemies or something. Wait, do I just need to shoot it? Wow, okay, we're just shooting the console. Great work! We destroyed these controls. I'm sure nothing important was running through it. Oh, cool. The drones are on our side now. Boy. Don't ask what happened to your drone friends. Oh good, more green sleeves. We came for ice cream, but they only brought us the plague. Alright, go for a jog, buddy. I'm willing to split my forces on this one. Just to save... no, I shouldn't. This is a survival horror situation. The last thing we want to do is split our forces up. Again, I kind of have mixed feelings about having this in a strategy game. I think it was... It's kind of a fun idea, but I guess it's totally optional what I'm doing right now. Normal ground combat, A, is much faster, and B has, like an auto-resolve feature, which is always nice to have. Alright, we'll march all our guys in, we shoot this console, and then the alien invasion begins. Those drones are pretty tough, though. Like, they've got some sort of armor on them that's just helping them out. Armor all! Pew 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 pew! Whoa! That one was way more fragile. Here they come. Okay, we gotta get this guy in, because I kind of want to blockade the entrance. And unfortunately, he's the other one we need in. Well, go, my drone brethren. Do I control you? Alright. Fire extinguisher. The shocker! Alright, well, I'll just shoot the crap out of these things. Pew 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 pew! Oh boy, he's going for... So I clicked the wrong button, and we're looking at a bit of a pathing issue now. It's okay. We'll just let those units get mauled. Everything's fine. Matter of fact, they'll be my laser shields. We don't even need to set these things up. By the time anything bad comes my way, we'll be home free. The Antlion Queen, who has 8 trillion hit points. Maybe I should have taken her more seriously. Okay, we gotta get our shield guys in for sure. Okay. How best to go about this without losing any lives? I think I've already botched the ideal setup, but we'll worry about that later. Gotta get you in to block off that. Plunk it down. Plunk it down. Plunk up, and get down. Just take pot shots with everything we got. Really, I should have been focusing on this little guy the whole time, and I regret my decisions. But, you know, might as well change my mind now. Questionable tactics with me, Get Daved. Okay, now the shocker has to be adjacent. Alright, give him the shocker! That was just everything I was hoping it would be. Still got 100 hit points. I should focus on this soldier. Alright. Suppose I should have known that would happen. Alright, you have to make this shot. So I don't know how much firepower. Oh, that's nothing. Actually, that looked a little bit more impressive than I was expecting. Oh! So it just keeps chaining those together. How horrifying. Keep shocking them. Think we're okay? Put down like an unwanted puppy. Sorry if that was horrifying, everybody. I was kind of tired and saying slightly darker things than normal. Sure, we'll march around this corner. What could go wrong? I'll have him hang back, just in case. Okay, we've got the research drone. Does this have AoE? No. It's too far away to use the shocker. We might as well save it for next turn. I think we've got this entire mission in the bag. Oh, I didn't even have to march him forward. Out of the way. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. Alright. Shock 'em! Legendary Empire Victory, everybody. Which is the new full name of my empire. No casualties, though. Very happy. Very unusual. Take off and nuke the site. Okay. Yay! Historical findings. That is just as tangible as I was hoping it would be. Meanwhile, my neighbors won't trade with me. The Origar. The Origarchs. Whoa. Hello. Well, we'll have soil enrichment in... Boy, wish I'd bothered with a better tech. Okay, now we gotta get everyone back home. 'Cause, they are damaged. Yay. And yes, everybody in the comments, I know this guy just talks slowly. Yay! Powerful transmissions. Ooh, theocracies are always fun. Okay. Cthulites. Avoid the wipe. I like that term. I like how they think. Truly inspirational. Alright. And in the next episode, we're gonna have some choices to make, such as what we'll research next. Join me in the next gripping episode.